I'd like to express my solidarity with our Turkish friends in their moment of grief and deep difficulty. India commiserates Turkey's loss and will continue to extend all possible humanitarian and medical support in this time of need. The outpouring of support to Turkey from people and leaders across the world is a powerful reminder of the shared humanity that connects us all. It is in the same spirit that we have assembled here today to promote the universal sense of oneness that is enunciated in this year's G20 theme of Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. Now more than ever, it is imperative that we come together and commit to an inclusive, ambitious and action-oriented agenda that promotes well-being and prosperity. The consequences of degrading biodiversity and the environment are leading to increasing costs and complexity in all aspects of life. Tackling the interrelated matters of climate change and biodiversity loss demands a concerted and calibrated global effort. This will require committed and far-sighted leadership by the G20 nations, which collectively account for 85% of the world's GDP, 75% of global trade, and 2/3 of the global population. The Global South, in particular, looks up to the G20 dialogue and desires an urgent consensus that prevents both a climate crisis and a debt crisis for developing nations. India is uniquely positioned to champion the aspirations of the Global South. In the last 8 years, the Modi government has taken many transformative steps in advocating climate justice. Prime Minister Modi's bold announcement of the Panchamrit Action Plan at the COP26 in Glasgow envisages India becoming a net zero emissions country by 2070. This is one of the shortest time spans proposed between peak emissions and net zero status by a developing country. India is demonstrating that economy and ecology are not at odds with each other, but in fact are fundamentally intertwined. This year's working group provides an opportunity for G20 nations to conceptualize and adopt a concrete roadmap based on the recommendations at COP27 and Sharm el-Sheikh and the Biodiversity Conference held in Montreal this year. I hope that the working group will enable a shift in mindset from ownership to stewardship of natural resources. It is encouraging to note that the 3 identified priority areas to be discussed in this working group are aligned with the Prime Minister's Lifestyle for Environment Life mission, which emphasizes mindful and deliberate utilization instead of mindless and destructive consumption to protect and preserve the environment. I believe this working group can be the catalyst for the G20 countries to adopt the core tenets of the LIFE movement and promote the uptake of sustainable living at a global scale. It has the potential to end justice and fairness in the discourse around climate change and pioneer mutually beneficial instruments to accelerate climate financing and drive collaborative actions. I hope that your collective experiences and the lessons learned during the deliberations in this inaugural meeting will help build a bold, visionary roadmap that can be shared with the G20 leaders. I once again welcome all of you.
Subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for updates.